Assassin's Creed Valhalla's first ever paid expansion, the Wrath of the Druids DLC, is going to be releasing on April 29th. Now, this was already officially announced by Ubisoft themselves, and in this video, we're basically going to take a look at everything that we're going to be getting in this update. What kind of a new expansion is this? And is this expansion going to be worth it if you don't already own the Season Pass? Now, first of all, I have to say, if you guys are not really into more of a mythical kind of a storyline, then this DLC is most probably not going to be your cup of tea. And the reason why is because there is going to be a lot of new mythical animals, a lot of storylines which are basically going to be connected to cults and magics and rituals and so much more, where Eivor will basically be tracking down the members of the druid cult who are named as Children of Danu. Now, like we've already seen in the previous leaks, it seems like we're also going to be fighting some kind of a mythical shape-shifting monster, pretty much like werewolf and vampires and all those kind of myth creatures, where Ubisoft has already added these creatures into the game files, and thanks to the PC modding community, we already know what we're going to be getting in Wrath of the Druids DLC. And I recently spoke to Ubisoft, and they basically told me that we're going to be getting a brand new game mode, which is going to be very similar to what we have seen with River Raids, where you basically just replay these game modes. You can simply just keep doing it over and over and gain different rewards in order to upgrade your settlement and whatnot. And very similar to that, we're now also going to get a new game mode, which is combat oriented. And this new game mode is going to be called as Mastery Challenge, where you're going to be getting a new master in your settlement, which means the game is going to introduce a brand new character to the game. Now, apparently what the guys at Ubisoft basically told me is that this new character that's going to come out to your settlement is going to be someone very special. Now, this character is going to train Eivor, very similar to how Eivor was trained by the assassins, and maybe this new character could end up being an assassin himself or herself. And now it seems like Eivor is going to have a new master who is now going to assign us new tasks, and all of these new missions are basically going to be replayable over and over, pretty much similar to the new River Raids DLC, where you can just play them and get rewards and use those rewards in order to unlock stuff as well as upgrade your settlements and whatnot. And that is pretty much how it's going to work out with a brand new Mastery Challenge as well. Now, like I said, Wrath of the Druids is going to be sold out separately. If you already own the Season Pass or the Gold Edition or the Ultimate Edition of the game, then you're of course going to be getting this DLC for free. You don't have to pay any extra charges. But if you guys got the game on a standard edition, then that is when you guys will basically have different choices of either buying the Season Pass or buying the Gold Edition, or you can even decide to buy these DLCs separately if that's what you like. Because like I said, some people don't really like these mythical DLCs. They want to get straight into action with something that's more realistic. And if you guys are looking for more of a realistic kind of a DLC, then you should basically be looking forward to the next expansion, which is Siege of the Paris. Now, this DLC is pretty much nothing but Vikings basically trying to raid Paris, and the Siege of Paris was known to be one of the biggest events in the Viking history, and I believe the first person to ever do that was Ragnar Lothbrok himself. And then the tradition of sieging Paris was basically carried out by Bjorn Ironside, and then so on to all the other Vikings. So this is what we're going to be seeing in Siege of Paris DLC, which is going to be very much realistic. But as of now, if you guys are not really into realistic stuff, then I don't really think Wrath of the Druids is going to be something that you guys are expecting. Maybe we'll see. Ubisoft could end up making this more interesting than what it seems like. So let me know down below in the comments, are you guys going to be purchasing Wrath of the Druids DLC, or do you already own the Season Pass? I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments. I would love to see what the community wants. And like I always say, I love to keep all of my videos as short as possible without really having to drag them out all the way to 10 minutes long. So if that is something you guys are interested in, then make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.